Oh, there you are, all of our Today in 30 viewers. It's happy to see you guys look better than ever, and we're happy that you spent your Tuesday with us.
Happy Tuesday. You're back for another episode of our digital show, Today in 30. Lots going on, so let's break it down for you.
We're going to start out with that report from Texas. Hurricane Nicholas roared ashore. We'll take a look at the damage it brought to parts of the South, and those are a lot of folks still cleaning up from Ida.
Yeah, they don't need it. Then our own Mr. Al Roker is going to share his one-of-a-kind adventure with us. He challenged his inner astronaut and experienced zero gravity. He had a lot of fun doing it. You do not want to miss that.
Plus, it was a big night in fashion, maybe the biggest night of the year, and Chanel Jones, who was fine like wine.
Oh, hot.
Guy gave us a front row
Fire.
seat to all the glitz and glamour at the Met Gala. She's going to recap all the red carpet looks that'll have you chatting about all day.
And one of those Met Gala guests also stopped by our studio. Can't believe it. He probably just stayed up all night. Ben Platt, along with his co-star Julianne, here to talk about the new Dear Evan Hansen movie. We love to catch it up with them, and we know you'll love it too.
Yeah, so let's get started because it's time for Today in 30. NBC's Morgan Chesky is all in already flooded Galveston. Hey, Morgan, good morning.
Yeah, Savannah, Hoda, good morning. And there was a concern from officials that Nicholas would not be taken seriously because it was a tropical storm, but they knew it could get stronger, and that's exactly what it did, slamming into the Texas coast overnight as a Category 1 hurricane, knocking out power to nearly 500,000 people. But it has been the rain that is the big issue here. In Galveston alone, where we are, 13 inches of rain fell overnight. And the biggest problem of all is that this storm is far from over.
Overnight, another powerful storm hitting Texas. Tropical storm Nicholas packing dangerous winds, some strong enough to sway this gas station from side to side. But its biggest threat, a devastating downpour. Forecasters predicting it could soak some areas with up to 18 inches of rain. The rising waters swallowing streets up and down the Texas coast. And this morning, hundreds of thousands of Texans without power. The governor issuing disaster declarations in 17 counties. Emergency workers busy until hours before the storm struck, moving equipment to high-risk areas in case flood rescues became necessary.
We don't know if we're going to get 5 inches or 15 inches.
Daryl Apfel grew up in Galveston and says hurricane or not, every storm brings its own problems.
You can't take any of them lightly. You have to take them all as if they're a Cat 5 hurricane, because sometimes the high water, sometimes the rains cause the same or more than an actual hurricane.
Meanwhile, in Louisiana, so many still struggling from their own hurricane.
I know that bracing for another storm while we're still responding to and trying to recover from Hurricane Ida is not the position that we wanted to be in, but it is a situation that we are prepared for.
Ida's recovery now made even tougher, with Nicholas promising heavy rain and possibly even more flooding in areas that don't need either. Just 2 weeks after one of the worst hurricanes in state history.
And this morning, the governor of Louisiana issuing a pre-landfall disaster declaration. This storm is now turning towards that area where they're not only recovering from Ida, but the city of Lake Charles still recovering from hurricanes Laura and Delta that struck nearly a year ago. Hoda?
Morgan, you're just standing on a regular city street. Is that where you are right now?
Yeah, this is an area called the Strand in Galveston. This rain combined with a little storm surge, more than enough to put these streets underwater right now. We don't know how long it's going to take to drain. That's why officials are urging everyone, please stay off the roads as long as possible. There are reports of trees and downed power lines in and around this entire region. And we know that the winds are going to carry their way through southeast Texas into Louisiana by the end of today.
Knee deep. All right, Morgan, thank you so much. Jeopardy returned for its 38th season.
Of course, trying to find a host to fill the shoes of the late Alex Trebek made for a chaotic and controversial summer. And the season is starting with episodes taped amid that turmoil. NBC's Erin McLaughlin joins us with more on all of it. Erin, good morning.
Hey guys, good morning. That's right. If you watched Jeopardy last night, you may have done a double take at the sight of Mike Richards, once again hosting the legendary quiz show. But it's only temporary.
Jeopardy, Mike Richards.
This week, Jeopardy fans might be confused when they tune into the show known for providing answers in the form of questions.
And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Mike Richards.
Embattled former Jeopardy host Mike Richards appearing Monday in the pre-recorded season premiere.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert. Great to see you.
Richards taped 5 episodes during his one day as permanent host last month, before stepping down amid a string of controversies and past offensive comments, for which he apologized over the summer.
And play more Jeopardy right after this.
But the episodes are still airing because some contestants are still in the running, so retapes of the game show are not possible. And on Monday, despite the tumultuous time on the hosting side, contestant Matt Amodio continued his winning streak on the newly dedicated TREBEK stage. The controversy surrounding Richards went largely unaddressed.
Let's do it again tomorrow.
Although one contestant took to Twitter to announce his dubious distinction of being one of the 11 contestants in history to have taped with Mike Richards as permanent host, adding that in line with Jeopardy tradition, he took 2 photos, including one with Richards as host, noting in the end, show producers only sent him the headshot. For now, just who will ultimately replace the legendary TREBEK remains one of Jeopardy's few unanswered questions. Once this week's episodes have aired, Mayim Bialik, who's been hired to present the show's primetime spin-offs, will step in until the search for a permanent host continues, and the guest hosts start rotating once again.
So much to keep up with, Aaron. Any sort of deadline, any time frame for when they might decide on a permanent host?
Well, we do know that Bialik will host up until October 8th. The plan from then on is to rotate another set of guest hosts, another sort of tryouts to determine who will take the role permanently. And we should mention we reached out to both Sony Pictures and Richards for comment and have yet to hear back. Great.
All right. Aaron McLaughlin for us this morning. Aaron, thank you.
This week, we are taking a look up beyond our atmosphere and into space.
But before we leave Earth, Al, you got a chance to enjoy Zero Gravity, a one-of-a-kind flight. It looked like fun.
It was a blast. I mean, we got so much fun out there. After recent missions by Blue Origin and Virgin Galactic, interest in space is skyrocketing. And while the dream of being an astronaut floating in weightlessness is out of reach for most of us, there's one company expanding their horizons by offering more folks a chance to experience life without gravity.
On the heels of the space race between billionaires.
Welcome to Space Unity 22.
And images of Richard Branson and Jeff Bezos in space and outside the forces of gravity comes a renewed thirst for an out-of-this-world experience.
Awesome.
Now, while I can't hitch a ride on one of their rockets...
Hi, Matt.
Al. Hey. Matt Goat, the CEO of Zero G, gave my NBC News crew and me the chance to suit up and take a flight with him on this.
Our chariot awaits. Look at that.
A Boeing 727 Zero G calls G-Force One, specially designed to give everyday folks like us a chance to experience weightlessness without leaving Earth.
We give people that dream of what it's like to be an astronaut.
When you have these billionaires going up, is that spurred an interest in your company?
Oh, it definitely has, because all of a sudden people say, wow, zero gravity, how cool, look how much fun they're having. But few people have the couple million to fly up.
Welcome aboard G-Force One.
Thank you.
The plane operates in FAA-designated airspace. Pilots flying G-Force One in a wave formation. At the bottom, we experience 1.8 Gs of force, making us feel heavier. But as we reach the top of each arch, the plane slows down, allowing our bodies to experience zero gravity and float for over 20 precious seconds of weightlessness.
Whoa. So just give yourself a little push-up with your hands, just like that.
The weirdest moment is as you hit weightlessness, you can feel it. All of a sudden, you're just released.
Our flight did 7 waves.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Feet down, coming down.
Uh-oh. I think kryptonite is kicking in.
And while it may look like lighthearted fun,
I got you. Mike's up.
Flights like these have helped conduct some serious research and training for decades. From flights with NASA astronauts to the all-civilian crew of Inspiration 4, which will take SpaceX's Falcon 9 rocket into orbit later this week.
Half of our flights are more and more research on things and how they will act in space and on the moon as we become more exploring of those places. But give yourself a little push.
I'm a little thirsty. Oh, Drinks on me. 30 seconds goes by really quickly when you're weightless.
When you're in motion, you don't realize how much time you're doing things until it's over.
All of your senses are involved in this.
Yeah.
Look, Ma, no hands.
And this morning on Today Food, Antoni POROWSKI, he's the food and wine expert for Queer Eye on Netflix, a show everyone knows and loves.
That is right, and he's got a brand new cookbook. His second book, it's called Let's Do Dinner. It is out today. Antoni, good morning. I don't know anything about food, but I cooked so much during the quarantine, I thought about doing a cookbook. Is that where you got the inspiration to do book number 2?
So I actually wrote the book way before the pandemic. So during the pandemic, I had a chance to kind of like test all of the recipes out, which was really nice. But yeah, it was actually written way before.
And Queer Eye won an Emmy, so congratulations.
Wow. Thank you. It's such a great award because I love that it kind of includes every single person in production getting Best Unscripted. And it was our 4th in a row. I was convinced it was like our 2nd or 3rd, but Tan corrected me.
Oh,
4th.
well, when you have so many, it's confusing.
Hard to keep up. What are we making this morning, sir?
Okay, so this morning, bright and early, this is one of my favorite kind of like decadent-y splurges. It's inspired from like a braised rabbit pappardelle that I had when I was growing up, but it's a simpler version of it using rotisserie chicken. So it's creamy pappardelle with pulled rotisserie chicken and bacon.
Ooh.
I like that. So you can get the pre-roasted chicken from the store.
And you always have bacon.
Honestly, and the rotisserie chicken is like a star player in my cookbook because it's already ready. You can get like an antibiotic-free bird at the store. You can use it for 2 to 3 meals. It's great for families. Good bang for your buck.
Free bird.
How do you start this off?
Sorry, I'm such a dork.
Okay, so basically I've been sweating out some onions and garlic and fresh rosemary, and now I'm going to be adding some heavy cream.
Heavy.
Just a little.
Yeah. Heavy.
Winter's coming.
And by a little, it's a lot.
Yes.
But it's all good. And so I basically want this to bubble out. And it's going to reduce a little bit. It's steaming up pretty quickly. And this is basically the base for our sauce. And then I have some pappardelle, which is some nice wide noodles.
Already cooked?
And then in the last 5 minutes, I chopped up some carrots, but you can use frozen carrots as well. They're going to add a nice sweetness to it. And I'm going to plop that right in there.
It looks like they're already cooked. Yeah. That does look good.
Real good.
It does smell so nice. Cream with onion is like one of my favorite combos.
My mom made beef stroganoff.
And so I'm going to mix that around. The cream is actually going to separate the pasta.
It's like a nice fall or wintry dish, too.
Yeah. Where's the bacon?
Yes, it's very good for the fall. Perfect. And then, this is so important. People talk about this all the time, but I've actually reserved some pasta water from when I was cooking the pappardelle. And this is going to add like a really nice thickening agent, so it's going to help emulsify the sauce.
Got it emulsify.
And I'm going to pour that right in there. It looks really liquidy, but it's going to reduce pretty quickly.
I got emulsified last night.
Don't listen to Al.
He's just like, this is like Mystery Science Theater.
What does that mean, anyway?
We're just making comments that are stupid.
You didn't even
like
go to that.
Like my free bird comment.
Okay, but continue. We want to know where the bacon gets in there.
Perfect. Okay, so I have some nice crispy bacon. I rendered some of the fat, so this is going to add great texture to the dish. So it's going to add a nice little crunch. And so I'm just going to plop that right in there.
2 of those.
And then the chicken?
A piece of it fell on the floor, but it's okay. We're going to
5
go
second
on.
rule. You can throw that back in.
Yeah.
There you go. And then rotisserie chicken. So I'm actually taking this off the bone.
Yeah, I would do a beer can chicken and then break it
I'm
down.
using the dark meat because I think it has a lot more flavor.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
Yeah, the dark meat is
that is a
the best
fact.
stuff.
And then finally, the last little step, some grated parm. Cheese never hurt anybody, unless you're lactose intolerant, of course.
There's that. Fair.
Yes.
Fair.
Good point.
Like
Can't
you,
argue with that.
Cheese hurt you.
I'm out.
There's an asterisk there.
That's right.
That looks pretty easy.
Yeah.
And then it is pretty easy. And then this is the finished product right over here.
That looks great.
Oh, it looks
Hey, how about
So
that
you have
mac
some
and cheese?
beautiful rosemary, the crunchy bacon, sweet carrot cubes.
Pretty.
A little red wine on the
Nice.
side.
Oh, is that little mac and
Almost just
cheese?
bake it off at
cheese.
the end.
Mac and cheese is mandatory in any of my cookbooks. I always have at least one version of it.
Yeah.
This is a wonderful skillet version with some fusilli, mozzarella, parm, and some broccoli, so the kids can get their veggies in, because the only way that I ate broccoli as a kid was either with Cheese Whiz, so now I'm a grown-up and I still have to have my broccoli with cheese.
Yeah.
That's good.
Antony, you are not messing around. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Wow.
Today's going to be a good day, and here's why. The stars of the new Dear Evan Hansen movie are with us.
We cannot wait to chat with Julianne Moore and Ben Platt, but first, check out the film that is bringing the Tony-winning Broadway hit to the big screen.
Oh my God! Wow! I have to go to therapy, right? I have to take drugs.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with needing help,
Stop.
honey.
I know that there is, and I know that I'm a burden. I'm the worst thing that ever happened to you, and I just ruined your life. Okay?
No, you are the best thing. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Where's the tissue box that comes down when you need it? Ben and Julianne, good morning. Good to see you. Ben, I mean, I saw you on Broadway years and years ago, seeing the movie. Somehow you've done it again all these years later, and you really have found that character again. What was it like in this different context, though? And you're older now.
Yes, a little older. It was a real privilege. I mean, I feel really grateful that I got the opportunity to like shepherd the character all the way to the finish line and kind of get to preserve him, because I have grown to love him and the story so much, and I've seen firsthand how powerful it is and how much it can affect people and really change lives and start conversations. And so to get to be the shepherd of that all the way to the screen I feel really, really lucky. And I got to work with incredible film actors that helped me, like Julie, really demodulate it and bring it like a little closer to the ground. And
Oh, I love how you put that, Julie. You saw him on Broadway.
Oh, my
Were you
goodness.
boo-hooing in the audience, sobbing?
The entire time. I mean, I was there in the 10th row, like shortly after they opened, because I was dying to see the show, and I was blown away when he opened his mouth, started to sing. I'd never heard anything like that in my life. It was so original and so beautiful and exquisite and alive, and I was just a huge fan of the show, but never ever thought I'd ever be able to be in a show like this. So I feel so fortunate. I mean, like, what an opportunity to get to work with him. Really.
Talk about beautiful singing. I mean, Ben, we know that you are a beautiful singer. Savannah and I were up on set, and we're like Julianne, we wanted to rewatch your song. Mm-hmm. That brought us to tears.
Yeah, you did a beautiful job.
Thanks, guys.
I told you before, I was kind of mad that now you have yet another talent. Stop. It's enough already.
Well, it is a beautiful song. I feel so honored that I got to sing it. I mean, it really is the ultimate mom song, isn't it? You know, to be able to tell your child how you feel about them and how you'll never leave them. Yeah.
Were you nervous? I mean,
oh my God, I was so nervous, and it was really towards the end of the shoot. You know, they sort of saved that for last, and I didn't think I honestly thought, I don't think I'm going to make it through this day. And he was such a support. He was so lovely. He held my hand the entire time, and we had to sing live. I was like, this is a movie.
About that.
Why do we have to do this? But yeah, it was.
It's kind of sweet because actually you helped him with sort of the film acting. Yeah. You helped Julianne with some of the singing. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a very mother and son of you.
Thank you. It was a nice partnership.
It was very symbiotic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taken by your fingernails, and I know that you were at the Met Gala last night, very busy and important. So how was it? Tell us about it.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
It was really, really fun. Yeah, sometimes those things are really scary. The first time I went, I ended up leaving. Oh, they're right there. Yeah. Okay.
Wait, let's see the outfit.
Looking good.
Tell us about the digs. What you're wearing.
It's Christian Cowan. He's a fantastic queer designer and giving you a little bit of Studio 54, a gay cowboy.
I love it.
But yeah, this time I was determined to make it to the actual end of the event and not freak out because I didn't know anyone. And I actually found some friends. My friend Zoe Deutsch was there. And, you know, Amanda from our film was there too. Amanda Stenberg, who I couldn't find the whole time in the tornado. But it was really fun. I think everyone's just still so happy to be around other people.
How much sleep did you get last night?
Yeah.
I packed in about 5 hours.
Oh,
not
that's
too bad.
good. Oh, good. Okay.
I mean, you guys know all about not a lot of sleep.
We do, but we're not. We're like Netflixing. You know, we're not at the Met Gala. That's the only difference.
Well, you guys, this is a beautiful movie. If you saw the Broadway show, you're going to love the movie. It is beautiful, and we just want to thank you guys both for coming, and we want to encourage people to go see it. It's real good. Check out Dear Evan Hansen. It's from our sister company, Universal Pictures, when it hits theaters. And by the way, that's on September 24th.
Hi, everybody. So I just finished third hour today, and now it is Met Gala time. So I've got my hair out. We're going to do something fun. Shall we start the journey? Let's do it.
Last night, quite the show.
You had quite the show.
You were part of the show. Netflix last night. Yeah, exactly. I'll hide you.
You don't want to tax yourself, you know?
Yeah. So it was hot.
So there was another New York tradition that made a comeback this year. Yes, the Met Gala. It was canceled last year due to the pandemic, but came back in a big way last night. The theme was American independence, and I can cross something off of my bucket list because I got to experience the biggest night in fashion firsthand.
Oh, say, can you scream?
Today Show, can you come on just for a second? Just tell us who you're wearing. Can you talk to the Today Show really quickly? We're starting this party, right?
The Met Gala returning with a star-spangled theme for fashion's biggest night.
What do you think it is about the Met Gala that has people just so intrigued?
I just think you get to express yourself in a whole other way. You get to be kind of over the top, incredible.
So understandably, this year is a little different. Because of COVID, all of us are being asked to wear black masks. And the dress code this year is American Independence. The only people who walk this carpet are people who Anna Wintour has approved herself. What does it feel like for you?
It's incredible to have that type of support from Anna.
Anna, you look absolutely stunning. Can you tell us who you're wearing this evening?
Yes, it's homage to my great friend Oscar.
From Billie Eilish giving off major Marilyn Monroe vibes as the gala's youngest ever co-chair.
Who are you channeling this evening?
Who am I channeling? Marilyn, please.
To rapper Lil Nas X with this golden show-stopping moment.
Do you see this? Oh! We've got a costume change, ladies and gentlemen.
Stars ready to shine on those famous stairs at New York's Metropolitan Museum of Art after the pandemic caused plans for last year's event to unravel.
Tell me what makes a night like this special.
Seeing all the people that you haven't been able to see in the last year, that's what makes tonight special.
Hey, Jimmy, your left shoulder covered J-Lo the whole time.
That's what she asked me to do.
What is the best part about the Met Gala?
Watching people stare at bread. What is this concoction?
Tell us who you're wearing this evening.
I'm wearing the same thing as my wife, a little Versace, so we're having a good time. Parents' night out tonight.
Can you say hi to the Today Show? Hi, Today Show. Look at my nails match. The theme, we're all trying to kind of channel our inner
Donna Summer, our inner Diana Ross, our inner big hair, don't care.
What does it mean to be here on this white carpet tonight?
You know what? It's really fun to get dressed up and also to remember the balance of life. To put on some Tiffany's diamonds and some couture and a little bob and be a black girl wearing what she wants.
How do you keep raising the bar each and every year?
I'm trying to keep up with the rest of them, you know, all my kids, and they kind of tell me what to wear and I put it on, and, you know, that's the end of it.
Of course, keeping up with Kim may have proven a little difficult as she tried anonymity on for size. Along with the glitz and glamour, we also made time for plenty of selfies.
Say cheese. 1, 2, 3.
This hair is everything.
And just one opportunity to fangirl.
You were my inspiration tonight. I kid you not.
Oh my God.
I hope I did you proud.
No, you did.
I hope I did you proud.
And fresh off the Tokyo Olympics, gymnast Simone Biles flexing her fashion muscles in an 88-pound showgirl-inspired gown.
How does it feel to be on this red, actually white carpet?
It feels insane. It feels unreal.
Newly crowned Olympic all-around champ Suni Lee fittingly dressed in gold as she thanks Simone for enlisting the help of today to surprise her father with a new wheelchair earlier this month.
My dad is doing a lot better, and I think he loves the chair. It just has been amazing, and I'm so thankful for Simone.
A bit of gratitude, always in style.
It was so much fun. I feel like as adults, sometimes we lose our sense of wonder. Mm-hmm. And so last night, I felt like that's what it was. The way kids are allowed to go outside and have recess and play and be creative and splatter paint on something. For adults, this was that. Put on some crazy outfit, have a good time, eat the vegan or vegetarian food or whatever it is. And
if you can.
Yeah, my sense of wonder was, I wonder what they're wearing.
I know, it was so much fun.
I like your hair.
Yeah.
This was fun as well. Thank you. Shout out to Bianca.
Okay.
Are
you going to do that every day now?
It'll probably be here till, I'm having a party on Saturday, so it'll probably be
Here till Friday. Try the deal.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, coming up next.
Seriously, thank you, Gabby. Gabrielle Union is the one who inspired me. Another big show for you tomorrow on Today.
Yeah, we do. We're catching up with the coaches from the new season of The Voice.
Then Jill's back with another great list of steals and deals.
Have a great day, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.